tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job on this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. Dropping back. It's White. Makes the catch downfield. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Oh, it would have been a big momentum shift with that play, but the penalty negates it. First down here for this offense. And there's the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. And looking for a big play here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Back-to-back deep shots. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield. Ball handed off. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
That's a first down for USC's offense. Nice job up front and an outstanding run here by this running back. What great tradition that USC has of running the football and having great backs. And it's beautiful to see another good one here today.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Dropping back. It's Carr. Caught over the middle. It's Ferguson. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Short pass. Touchdown, USC, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. So they find the reliable tight end. He makes the defense pay that time.
You know, the receivers a lot of times get most of the attention, but don't forget about how potent a tight end can be. When you've got a player like this who can run routes, get a serious weapon that they can utilize, and they just did right there.
And now the try here for the extra point. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Throws it to the right. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. The only problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Looking to pass. It's White. Missed this receiver. It's incomplete. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Back to throw again. Pressure is coming. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field. So 2nd down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Gets rid of it on the move. That's reeled in. It's Baker. Breaking free at the 35. He's in the clear. Breaking tackles and going. Touchdown, Baylor. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Man, this defense coordinator better adjust to this receiver. All they did was get him the ball in space, and you can see what he can do after the catch. One defender will not slow this receiver down today. You better bracket him or use double coverage.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
This is a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Here's the 2nd down play. Back to pass. It's Carr. Buying time now. Rolling to his left. That's reeled in. It's Clemens. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down. And the Trojans looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Toss play to the outside. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Gotta really appreciate the execution here on this 3rd down toss. Great call and solid work by the offensive line, and a good nose for the first down marker by the running back.
And the Trojans begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. The receiver grabs it. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again. Undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. He stopped short of the first down.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on first and second down. So you force the offense to consistently have to try on third and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
Fires it to the wideout. And that one's picked off. What a play. Could take it all the way. Out past the 30. They'll finally bring him down, but what a play. The takeaway and a huge gain on the return.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get one or two a year, and he was not going to squander this chance.
Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Back to pass. It's White. Brings her in the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Great connection there for 6 points. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they told us all week that they thought they had an opportunity to get this tight end the football, and here they are early in the game showing that they mean business.
Pass caught, second down now. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Lets him fly to the wideout. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. As the first down is still going. Defense picks it up on the run. They bring him down after a short return, but this defense comes up with the takeaway.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. To the air, it's Carr. Running out of time in the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Second down, we're going to throw it. It's complete on the crossing route. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44. Now folks will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Breaks into open space. Now here he goes. At the 10. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Well, this counts for beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship deadline at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And on the carry, he's heading left. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field. It's White. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
The Bears will line up to boot it away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. On the last possession, let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, makes it second and medium. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Right down the middle, it's Ferguson. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And now the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Important second down play coming up. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
So the ball at midfield, now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He's running out of time here. Took contact on the throw. With the catch, it's Bishop. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
On the ground, it's Bishop.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Breaks free. He's past the marker and still going. Touchdown, Trojans. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They'll return it from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So here comes the Baylor offense out of the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. To throw, it's White. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Throws to the tight end. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on the screen. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Offense does a really nice job of timing up this screen pass, using the defense's aggression against them here. The back's able to navigate his way for a first down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. To throw, it's Carr. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Send the back in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And this one is caught. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
This offense has been hard to stop here in the first half. Can they punch it in and build the lead before the break? First and goal, handoff. Touchdown, USC. Still no answer for this offense.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Dropping back, it's White. Bringing pressure. Breaking free at the 35. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
That's caught. It's Watkins.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right. But the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
Makes the catch. It's Baker. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pass rush gets home.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking deep downfield to the left. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Time running down, just one play left here in the half. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Now rolling out to his left. And he slings it deep back to the left side. And it's picked off in the end zone. Oh, he's bringing it back. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Bears will kick it off to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the USC offense is back out on the field. An effective running game is why they were on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll toss it to the right side. Sets the formation. It's third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. To throw, it's Carr. Defense is coming after him. Incomplete, a huge fourth down. Stand by this defense.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Play action here on first down. Buying time. Moving to his left. Touchdown, Baylor. This offense cannot be stopped.
Well, that's his second touchdown catch already in just the first half. You can guarantee the coach on the other side is trying to make every adjustment he can to slow this guy down.
Now the all-important extra point. And the point after gets him within a touchdown, 28-21. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. Remember last time they were on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the quarter to stop him for a loss.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Makes the grab, it's Ferguson. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Hey, great throw here by this USC quarterback, but how about the catch by the wide receiver? And Chris, we've been saying that for decades when it comes to USC and their wide receivers. What incredible history, going way back to Len Swan. I know he was a Steeler, but it all started when he wore that USC uniform. Keyshawn Johnson had a brilliant career. So did Robert Woods. And how about Amon-Ra St. Brown and the job that he did when he was at SC?
Makes the grab. It's Tease. That play moves the ball across midfield, and he set up for the first down at the 41.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
He hands it off from the gun. Breaks it open space. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass. So instead of throwing it, he hands it off on some nice positive yards.
And the Trojans have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Matthews.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the ball to the ground. Defense makes the recovery, a turnover.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Has the first down and more. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
The offense with 3 tight ends now in first down, trying to create a mismatch. Looking downfield, it's White. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
And looking to throw now on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Daniels. Breaks loose at the 45. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Solid gain on the play there. Wiped out by the penalty flag. Penalty sets him back, makes it 1st and long. Looking for a receiver. Makes a quick grab. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there. They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield, because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight, was able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging.
Swarmed by the pass rush. The sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. They got him again. He couldn't escape.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
He's going to try to return the punt. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, the ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
And it's USC in front, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. And as we've reached the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Dropping back. It's Carr. Caught over the middle. It's Tease. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Looking right, this one caught. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for some space. It's Bishop. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this defense understands the magnitude of this drive right here. That's back-to-back plays. They've stepped up and done a great job. Now it's third down. Can they apply some more pressure to try to get this offense off the field?
Crucial third down play coming up. Out of the gun now on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
What a hit there on third down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big fourth down play.
It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on fourth down. To the air, it's Carr. Quick throw to his receiver. This one falls incomplete on fourth down. It's a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
Okay, ready?
You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
I tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that throw.
Offense moving to a bunch formation. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Lets it go quickly. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. He bought some time, now lets it go. Complete with the running back, but can he get there? He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big fourth down stop.
Oh, so close to coming up with that conversion here on fourth down in the fourth quarter. Close football game. Now you got to rely on your own defense to come up with a stop and hope you get one more chance.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. Working clock with the ground game. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
He lets it go on the move. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Looking to pass. It's Carr. He's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Oh, I love the go route. They don't quite connect here, but, you know, it sends a message to that defense that you're going to stretch this defense all game long. It can open up the running game, and eventually you go back to it. Maybe you hit it next time for a big play.
And that sets up a return. And the return will be brought down. Comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. The chance to advance in the playoff comes down to this. Offense needing a touchdown here late in the game. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. The pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently in protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And this is dropped. My goodness, he was wide open, took his eyes off the football. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes, and the offense produced some magic. He'll drop back here on 3rd down. He'll throw it now. Falls incomplete. They misfire for a 3rd consecutive time.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk. But with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you've got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. And the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. 4th down. 4th quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
A spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Then the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. A spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Then the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock. It's a keeper. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Playoff games coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. They're going to run it. Matt gets the carry. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Looking to throw. It's White. It's a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense.
Just a heads-up play by this wide receiver to recognize where the 1st down marker is and then to get out of bounds to save time.
First down, looking to throw the football. Pressure is coming. He's going to pull it down and run. And he runs out of bounds after a good scramble to pick up the first down yardage and stop the clock here.
Boy, what a big-time run here by this quarterback. Does a good job of getting the first down, and he gets out of bounds to save himself. Here we are, critical moment in this game, and the quarterback's delivering.
Looking to throw it on first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Butler. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Bears.
Chris, how about that execution? Great throw by the quarterback. The receiver does his job and then takes it into the end zone. And now we've got an interesting situation here. Late in the game in a playoff, do you kick the extra point to tie this up, or you go for two to potentially take the lead?
He does his job with a PAT, and this ballgame is tied here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. On the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Carr. Oh, it is incomplete. They call a screen on first down, but he just dropped it.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look, cover as much ground as you can, and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
That's caught. It's Clements. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On first and 10, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty marker. Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Tries to get it to the running back. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. Solid tackle. Able to get him down. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
So tie game, fourth quarter. They're going to go for it on this fourth down. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, USC.
And the Trojans will have to kick this away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Looking to throw. It's White. He's running out of time here. He cannot escape. It's a sack. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from a slot receiver on this drag route. But a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
So here comes a crucial 3rd and short. This offense does not want to have to settle for a field goal attempt here in overtime. Got to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. They jump on top in OT. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You can see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. Back to throw. It's Carr. Caught quickly. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He's got it, looking for the end zone. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, nice job by this defense being able to diagnose the counter play. You know, when you run that counter, you're hoping the illusion of the offense going one way and then coming back the other, that the defense buys into it. But they didn't buy it at all here, and they come up with a nice loss.
Comes a crucial 3rd down play. They have 2 plays to make this, needing a touchdown to stay in the game. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
So here we have a challenging fourth down play with the game on the line. Defense gets a stop, and it's game over. And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So here we have a challenging fourth down play with the game on the line. Defense gets a stop, and it's game over. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this